that is the way that David, with this store has made over $400,000 in the last year. And again, we'll show you guys one more time. January 1st, all the way up until December of 2019, this individual store made over $439,000. All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another exciting video. My boy David Arnett is back to show you guys some freaking knowledge of how to actually find products to sell on Shopify in your dropshipping store. And we're gonna be doing it in a way that you've never seen before, I promise. And then we're gonna be showing you a secret software tool that we use to actually make the whole product research process so much easier somewhere near the end of this video. So make sure you do stick around. If you're new here, make sure you tap the like button. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell to join the strongest making money online family anywhere in the world. So David, if you want to actually take off and show us exactly how to find some products to sell on Shopify.
Absolutely.
Boom, computer switch, let's do this.
All right, awesome. So I'm just gonna go into some basic research here. One thing that you'll notice over time is that there's multiple different types of suppliers that you can use. One particular one that I love to use an example of is a company called Banggood.com. Now what Banggood.com is a lot of you guys are familiar with the website AliExpress. Well, AliExpress comes from China, and therefore, one of the historical issues, especially from a customer experience standpoint, when building your Shopify stores, is that the customers get a bad customer experience when it takes 3 to 4 weeks to get the product. A lot of times the tracking numbers just are not able to be fully tracked here, so your customer just left on the left field and wondering where their products are, why it's taking so long, and there's just very little transparency available. So what Banggood is Banggood actually started as a Chinese supplier which has now ventured into US warehouses. So it allows you to have both the best worlds, to have faster shipping times, US tracking numbers, but still have cheap product options and unbranded cheap product options for you to build off on. So, just gonna kind of wing it here. You'll notice some of the categories. In the previous videos, we went over particular type of categories that we like to stay in, or like your health and beauty, your electronics or gadgets, and home and outdoors. So one thing to do is scroll over some of these categories on the left-hand side, and you'll see that it actually brings out, multiple different types of categories. So here in electronics, you have security cameras. So we'll just try it. You would just go up here and I don't like to go into the full category. I like to actually manually search it. And the main reason is that if we clicked on security camera, it would also bring out all these accessories, and that would just clog our focus on one particular product.
Yep. So
you'll see here, you have multiple choices, pretty cheap, anywhere from $20 to $30 range. So when we look at products, we are looking for really 3 things, and I'm really going to touch base on more of the Google side in this particular video, and we'll go over some data that kind of wiggles out some of the parameters to stay in. So what we want to do is actually search for how much traffic there is actually to that particular item. So here you'll see we put in security camera.
And guys, just so you know, this is actually a free tool that he's using right now called Google Keyword Planner. Completely free to sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just go into Google Keyword Planner, you would put in security camera. So we like to stay over 3,000 search volume. You'll see here a security camera obviously has way more than 3,000 search volume, with over 201,000 search volume. You'll also see here that there's multiple other words for you to use as well. So a lot of these, the traffic is definitely there. So then another thing that we want to do is check any kind of trend score. This again is a free tool called Google Trends. We would just put it here again. And what we're really looking for is that this isn't a downwards trend. So we like to keep trend scores over 50%. You'll see this 50 here. So if it's below 50, and especially if it's below 40, what that's really telling us is maybe it was a viral effect that went cold. So a fidget spinner. Correct, like fidget spinner. So it's really keeping you from getting hit by, you know, those type of issues. So far it has passed the search volume, and it has passed the Google trend. But the most important part is you really just want to also like check on Google what they are actually selling for, because the third piece is that you want to historically keep your products around, you know, 40 to 50% cost of goods of what your sell price is. So what you want to do is just look for it here on Google, and you'll see, you know, there's quite a few options here, but they're anywhere from, you know, 50 or even some in the 24 to, you know, $180, $400 range. I don't really, you know, this particular ones that you have, they're around $30. There's just not a huge enough markup there, because this $30 one, you would want to make sure that you're getting a consecutive $70 value out of that particular product. So, you know,
when you say that, you mean like if a security camera sells on average for $50,
yeah,
what would you want to see it that you could buy it for?
25 max.
But better would be 20, 15.
Correct. Yep. And that just gives you, you know, the Google traffic's a little bit cheaper just because people are actually searching for it, and then you don't get, you know, you don't even, you know, get charged unless they do actually click on it. So 50% is pretty comfortable, but, you know, obviously the lower it is, the better that you can go. Right. We also want stuff that we can historically sell for like 50 to 150 range, because those are like the bread and butter products that, you know, you only need to sell 10 to 20 a day to really make a good size income.
Right.
So, you know, we'll just go back here, back into the first page, electronics, cell phones and accessory. So right here, there's, you know, there are ones like smart watches, there's smart wristbands, you know, like blood pressure watch. And so these are pretty cheaper. You know, you see here, you get some in the $16 to $20 range.
14.
Yeah, some in 15. Here's
$9.
one $10. So, you know, that gives you a little bit more room for margin there. But let's check, make sure that the search volume is there. You're gonna go right back into the keyword planner there, and you're just gonna click up here, and you're gonna try the same thing. So blood pressure watch, and you'll see here, so 12,000. So it does meet the 3,000 search volume that we previously mentioned. Also, you'll see over here on the right, I mean, these are some pretty cheap bids for you to, you know, really be able to, you know, to keep your bid and your, you know, advertising costs in line.
And what that means, guys, is it costs only 21 cents to actually show your product at the top of the search results, the top of the sponsored results, for the term blood pressure watch.
Correct. So once again, you also want to always check your trend score. I don't think that this one would have any kind of trend, but you always want to be careful so you don't get stuck with stuff like that fidget spinner. So this one's pretty good, you know.
Trending up.
Yep. So you would just, you know, another thing, like when you get into another thing, is there's a lot of geo-targeting here that tells like specific areas that are interested. So awesome. So now the third step again was we just want to make sure that there's marginal margins there in order for you to actually continue to sell it and actually make some money. So in the last example, you know, we were looking at $30 items that was selling for, you know, $20 to $400. It was just way too much sporadic. But you'll see here that these are running anywhere from like $50 to $100. You have a couple here that are $500, but $50 to $100. And whenever we searched it, there's plenty here in the $10 to $25 range. So that definitely fits the 25 or the 50% rule of the cost of goods.
Right.
So from there, I would say that blood pressure watch is one that you would continue to actually fine tune now on what specific one. I would just start going through these pages and look for like some really catchy ones at very good price points. Like for example, this one. is
500 reviews
yep,
too.
Yep. And one other thing to do to kind of cut it down is you can go up here to the top and click ships from and United States. And that's where we talked before about that, you know, you want to have a good customer experience. So you can see here, you know, you would want to do ones that would have USA options. And now your customer's getting the products in, you know, 2 to 8 business days and not 3 to 4 weeks.
Right.
And this I really use for a lot of the testing phase. And then if a product is extremely profitable and there's good traffic amounts, you know, that's where I expand into more, you know, variations of it or bulk buys of it, or you know, looking at other suppliers that are dropship friendly for it.
Right.
But Banggood is definitely a great place for you to start and, you know, do a lot of the original product research. And just remember the 3 points again: 3,000 or more search volume on Google, trend score, you know, really above 40%. And you know, cost of goods on the average of what it's selling for on Google, you know, below 50%.
Right, I love that. And guys, this is also important right now because what's happening right now is with the coronavirus, there's huge delay times from all sorts of products shipping out of China, for Amazon, for drop shipping, for everything. So using a site like Banggood, shipping it from the USA, not only saves your customer time, makes the customer experience better, but it allows you to actually get products when everybody else is struggling to. And guys, another cool way that you can actually do this is actually to head into Shop Inspect, come into the actual Shopify search tool, and search by shops. And what we did was we typed in blood pressure watch plus search, and then we can see there's other things here: smartwatch with heart rate monitor, right? Blood pressure watch for women, blood pressure wrist monitor, all these other different searches that you can add to your store as upsells or new products, or things like that. Or what you can do is you can come in and look at the top stores that are selling blood pressure watches, and you can look at their best sellers and see other things like, you know, other types of watches. Or if we come into another one, right, we can see other tools other things that they're selling, like, you know, doorbell alarm systems or other gadgets that people are wanting to actually buy, right? And so using Shop Inspect, after you find an interesting product, using the search strategy that David just talked about is a really awesome way to do it. And so once you do find like a blood pressure watch, for example, you're running all of your traffic with what's called Google Shopping Ads, right? And so Google Shopping Ads is really cool because what it does is it'll actually do all of the work for you. So if we come into one of these products actually inside of the store and press view, what we can see is this particular product, what we do is we actually make a very SEO rich product listing, and then Google does 100% of the work. So if we actually come back into the store here and then go into apps, we can see that there's a feed for Google Shopping. With like 2 button clicks, we just take this actual product listing after we do some work, use a lot of keywords like blood pressure, blood oxygen monitor, blood pressure watch, and then we just literally import this actual product listing directly into Google Shopping ad network from this free app, and Google will actually do all of the advertising for us. It imports the images, it does everything that we need to actually get sales, which is a lot easier and a lot cheaper than Facebook. And why is it cheaper than Facebook? Because the only people that actually Google will show this ad to are people who've already typed in blood pressure watch and have already shown interest in this actual product. And so that is the way that David, you know, with this store has made over $400,000 in the last year. And again, we'll show you guys one more time. January 1st, all the way up until December of 2019, this individual store made over $439,000 just selling a couple basic products, just using the exact strategy that we just showed you guys. And so if you're interested in using Shop Inspect, there'll be a discount code down in the description. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe and join the notification bell squad, because we put out a bunch of free content showing you guys exactly how we're doing this. And if you like this video, make sure you comment down below Shopify product research. And if we get 500 comments, we will show you an even newer, crazier strategy to actually do Shopify product research, find products fast, and find home run products so you can get these type of numbers for yourself in your own e-commerce store. And if you want to learn more about David, you can find his YouTube channel by searching David Arnett into YouTube, or a link down in the description. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for a brand new playlist of more ways to make money online coming at you soon. See you guys soon.